Long before Rome, Persia, or Alexander the Great, another civilization was quietly changing the world. They built no pyramids, left behind few cities, and wrote almost nothing. Yet they domesticated horses, invented new ways of war, and spread cultures across 2 continents. These were the first peoples of the Eurasian steppe. Imagine standing in an endless ocean of grass, stretching over 8,000 kilometers, from the Hungarian plain in Europe to Mongolia in East Asia. This is the Eurasian steppe, the largest continuous grassland on Earth. Unlike river civilizations, such as Egypt or Mesopotamia, the people here followed their animals across the plains. Horses, cattle, sheep, and wagons became their homes, their wealth, and eventually their greatest military advantage. Over thousands of years, different nomadic cultures emerged from this landscape, each building upon the innovations of those who came before. Our journey begins with the Yamnaya, who lived north of the Black and Caspian Seas. Many archaeologists believe the Yamnaya were among the earliest pastoral societies to fully exploit horse domestication and wheeled wagons. Their mobility allowed entire communities to migrate across vast distances. Recent genetic and archaeological research suggests that Yamnaya migrations profoundly influenced Europe during the Bronze Age, carrying not only new technologies, but also languages that would later evolve into many Indo-European languages. Their burial mounds, called kurgans, still dot the Eurasian landscape today. Although they built no monumental cities, their influence may have been greater than many famous ancient kingdoms.
Moving east into southern Siberia, we encounter the mysterious Afanasievo culture. Archaeological discoveries reveal striking similarities between Afanasievo burials and those of the Yamnaya, suggesting they were descendants or close relatives who traveled thousands of kilometers eastward. Living among mountains and open grasslands, they continued the traditions of mobile livestock herding while adapting to harsher climates. Their expansion marks one of history's earliest examples of long-distance migration across Inner Asia. Although relatively little is known about them, they represent an important bridge between Europe and Central Asia during the early Bronze Age. Around the southern Ural Mountains, a remarkable society emerged, the Sintashta culture. These people constructed fortified settlements protected by walls and ditches. But their greatest innovation was something that would change warfare forever. Archaeologists have discovered the world's earliest known light, horse-drawn chariots in Sintashta graves. These vehicles were fast, maneuverable, and terrifying on the battlefield. Their advanced bronze metallurgy also allowed them to manufacture sophisticated weapons and tools. Many scholars believe the military traditions developed here later spread into the Indo-Iranian world, influencing ancient Persia and northern India. The next great culture was the Andronovo horizon, which spread across modern Kazakhstan and western Siberia. Rather than a single kingdom, Andronovo consisted of many related communities, sharing similar pottery, burial customs, and technologies. They perfected horse breeding, expanded bronze production, and became skilled pastoralists. Their seasonal migrations created extensive trade networks, connecting Central Asia with neighboring civilizations. Many historians associate the Andronovo peoples with the early Indo-Iranian speakers, who later influenced cultures stretching from Iran to the Indian subcontinent. Their technological innovations spread across enormous distances without the need for centralized empires.
By the Iron Age, written history finally begins to mention the nomads of the steppe. The Cimmerians appear in Assyrian records during the 8th and 7th centuries BC. They were among the first mounted nomadic warriors described by contemporary civilizations. The Cimmerians launched raids into Anatolia, defeating local kingdoms and challenging the mighty Assyrian Empire. Although much about their origins remains debated, they introduced settled societies to a new style of highly mobile cavalry warfare that would become a defining feature of steppe military power. Eventually, they disappeared from history, replaced by another, even more famous people.
The Scythians became the greatest nomadic power of the early Iron Age. Master horsemen and deadly archers, they could fire arrows accurately while riding at full speed. Greek historian Herodotus described their remarkable mobility and unconventional tactics, though modern historians compare his accounts with archaeological evidence to separate observation from legend. The Scythians controlled trade routes linking Greece, Persia, and Central Asia. Their craftsmen produced magnificent gold ornaments decorated with animals locked in combat, a distinctive artistic style now known as Scythian animal art. Excavated burial mounds have revealed frozen mummies, beautifully preserved clothing, tattoos, weapons, and horses buried alongside their owners. These discoveries provide one of archaeology's richest windows into ancient nomadic life. The early peoples of the Eurasian steppe rarely built massive cities or left long written histories. Instead, they transformed history through mobility, innovation, and adaptation. From the Yamnaya's wagons to the Afanasievo migrations, the Sintashta chariots, the Andronovo expansion, the Cimmerian horse warriors, and finally, the mighty Scythians. Each culture laid the foundation for later nomadic empires such as the Huns, the Turks, and the Mongols. If you enjoyed this journey into the ancient Eurasian steppe, subscribe to Echoes of History for more evidence-based documentaries on ancient civilizations, forgotten empires, and the people who shaped our world.